I'm Lindsay from BikeSocial. Welcome to Workshop Wisdom. Today we're going to be looking at the checks you should make every time you ride your bike. We will also be looking at some more detailed checks that can be made at slightly longer intervals just to make sure that everything stays in good order. This is my KTM RC8R, my daily transport. I haven't got a car. First thing I'm going to do is check the oil. Most bikes have sight glasses, good old KTM, they always like to be different, they haven't, just got a dipstick. So first thing is to get the bike level. Hold it up like this, undo the dipstick, have a look at the level, and actually yes, that's good, right in the middle where it should be. Pop it back in, do it up securely, then let the bike rest on the side stand again. Okay, so that's the oil done. Let's have a look at the fluids at the front. Brake and clutch. You can see, yes, the brake fluid's on maximum and the clutch fluid is between min and max, which is fine. So they're good. Let's pop it back down on the side stand. While you're at it, check the action of the brakes. So just a quick pull on the lever, a couple of times, just to make sure it's not spongy. If you find that it's spongy to start with, then gets harder, you probably need to have a closer look at the brakes. We're going to look at the coolant now, see what the level of that's like. This is the maximum, this is the minimum, and this is the actual level. Bit hard to see on the camera, but the level is low, so it needs topping up. Whoever designed the coolant header tank for the KTM had a bit of a sense of humour. It's an absolute pig to get to. You have to be inventive sometimes, so I raided the wife's kitchen drawer and found this funnel. Just right for the job in an emergency. Next we're going to check the rear brake fluid level. On the KTM RC8R it's quite handy because the reservoir is in easy view unlike a lot of other bikes. So have a look here, yep, absolutely fine, no worries there. Your tyres are the only thing between you and a nasty dose of gravel rash, so you should check them every time you ride. Here we're looking for cuts, stuff stuck in there and wear. This Avon on the back of my KTM, doing pretty well. There's plenty of life left in it, no cuts, no damage anywhere. Tyre pressures are the next thing to check. So off with the valve cap, put the tyre gauge on there and have a look. In fact this one is a bit low, it should be 36 and it's just under 34. You really shouldn't ever take chances with tyre pressures. Check them, and if they're wrong, do something about it straight away. Unless, of course, you really like ditches. You've got a couple of options pumping up the tyres. You can use a track pump for a bicycle, which I use sometimes. You can use a foot pump if you've got one, I haven't. Or you can use a compressor. I'm lucky to have one tucked away under the bench, and I use one of these with it. I also use a 90-degree adapter to get to the valve. The key thing, whatever method you use, is don't trust the gauge built into the device. 99 times out of 100, they're crap. Shouldn't say that really, should I? The key thing is never to trust the gauge on the device itself. They're usually rubbish. So when I've pumped a tyre up, I always check it again using a proper gauge that I know is accurate. Getting the right tyre pressure is very important. If you have an accident and it's wrong, the insurance can actually check that and fail to pay out. So yeah, there's all sorts of reasons why you need to do it. The primary one though being handling and safety. Once a month at least I like to check the brake pads. There's a notch in the pad which shows how much there is left, and when that notch is no longer visible it's time to change the pads. You can also tell visually if it looks really thin. Now we're going to have a look at the suspension action just to make sure everything's as it should be. So starting with the rear, push down, let it come back. Push down, let it come back. You're looking for a nice smooth action, no notchiness, no sticking. And then onto the front brake on and just bounce it on the forks. You're looking for a couple of things here. First of all, you're looking for nice smooth action and you're looking to feel that there's no knocking in the steering head bearings. Before tackling the chain adjustment, I've just popped on some nitrile gloves. Helps keep your hands clean, gives a little bit of protection as well, so all jolly good. This chain here, well, that is way too slack. And it's also filthy. So it needs a good clean and adjusting, and we'll be tackling that in another video. Next up, we're going to check the wheel bearings. If your bike hasn't got a centre stand, you can do it off the side stand, but it's much easier to do like we're doing here with my KTM and put it on some paddock stands. To check the wheel bearings, you need to grasp the wheel really firmly, top and bottom. Then you're attempting to move it on the axle to see if there's any play. There should be none whatsoever. So let's have a look and see. Now that's good, there's no play in there at all. So we can go on and check the front wheel bearings, which is exactly the same procedure. Well, the front wheel bearings are pretty good too. So while we're in this area, I'm just going to have one look at the forks, make sure that the seals are okay. Do this both sides obviously. What you're looking for here, no sign of leakage of oil from the fork seals, no pitting or scoring on the actual moving parts themselves. And as far as I'm concerned, the bike's done. We're good to go. I'm going to grab my lid and do what it's meant to do, take the thing for a ride.